Hello everybody and welcome to my drumming world. It's Tamatis from SK Drumming and today it's Friday. We have another Q&A episode. So let's get started with some news. Since last Friday, not many things happened. I'm quite busy with my IT stuff. Also, I'm very busy with the chicken coop, delivering eggs. It's close to the Orthodox Easter, so all people around our tradition said that we color the eggs red for Easter, and we have many orders on that, which means that we are on steroids regarding that. My business stuff goes well. I have plenty of tasks to do, plenty enough that it takes me late at night to finish those up on time and get paid, of course. As about my drumming, another song for the new series is ready to be tracked, and soon I will start posting that in that mainstream series as well. Not on the next week, the week after the next week, I will start posting songs. Other than that, I have also completed the Dream Theater with my genius song that I'm preparing. It's a surprise. If some of you may guess the song, feel free and write it in the comments below. Remember that it's from my genie era, and I won't tell any details about it, so that if I say in which album is, then it's quite easy for you to guess the song, because it's one of their mainstream songs. Other than that, I have also a question. So the news section is short. Let's get with some of your questions. In this episode we have one question. It's from Brian Gribbin. Already have done 2 or 3 songs with him. Probably will do some more in the future. Brian, I'm available. Do you want to get in touch and go for another one? So, Brian asked me on the last episode's comments about how do I transcribe a song for drums. As I'm an old school guy and I don't use any AI tools that are available out there, just because the styles of music I play, it's kind of difficult for the AI tools to determine what is being played, so that can give you a first idea of what the AI guessed about the song, and then later on adjust here and there small things. I go through a song by ear. This means that I have several passes, and I'm doing step by step on dividing the song into sections. Let's say one section can be the intro, another one can be the first verse, then can be the chorus, then can be the bridge, or any bridges in between those. Of course, there is this the solo section in most of the songs, and the outro. Then I'm trying to figure out on a second pass the measures each section occupies, the tempo. It's important to have the tempo and to have an accurate click, because not all records are quantized, and that makes difficult to set up a click track for those. But it's the natural beauty of music that the human being differentiates from the machine. It slightly moves, and it's not that accurate, because we have a brain and we don't have a chords in our head. Yes, of course, a click track always helps to be that accurate. But anyway, once I finish up with the measures, the next step is to determine the hits, the kick, the snare, the hi-hat, the cymbals, the toms, any fills that are in there, any repetitions needed, so that of course you can go straight, and let's say that a verse has 16 measures, but if that circle repeats every 4 measures, it's easier to the eye, and also keeps the produced sheet number of pages as low as possible. The optimal is 1 or 2 pages, and on rare occasions 3 pages, because otherwise there is a difficulty to place the drum sheet in a stand and read it. Once I figure out the repetitions, I just write down the first repetition, and then the exceptional measures as well. Of course, there is a ton of copy-paste, because there are repeated patterns on some songs. There are some songs that are exotic, let's say Dream Theater, Dio. It looks very simple, but when you have an extra kick in just, let's say, third bit of the fourth measure of each repetition, then you have to differentiate that. If it happens that you have an extra kick, let's say on the second measure, makes things difficult, and you have to repeat the whole repetition, etc., etc. And yes, those songs may end up with 4 or 5 pages as well. And in extreme occasions, I saw 29 pages of drum sheet, with repetitions, of course. It was for a song that its length was about 35 minutes or so, with many changes, with many variations, tempo changes. Another significant element that I always pay attention is to guess the measure time key. Let's say the most common is 4/4. or there are some occasions that we have 6/8, or we have 12/8 in most of the blues stuff. For sure, those can be written as 4/4 as well, with triplets. But yeah, it makes it's another, let's say, step that takes time to determine the time signature of each measure. In most cases, we have 4/4, but in groups like Dream Theater, Fates Warning, some of the Queensryche, we have differentiations, and those time signatures need to be guessed so that the drum sheet can be written accurately and also help out to build the click track. Once that all of these have been arranged and we have all sections present there, in most of the cases I use the classic way to write down from start to the finish without any implications like jump on that measure on that page because we have a repetition there, because for most of the people who are not being used on that kind of drum sheets, will make difficult to read and play it. And the most important in our case, it's that the sheet need to be easy readable from the people who want it. Once I'm finished up with all of these, I do many repetitions by reading the sheet while listening to the song, so that I eliminate any mistakes or missed things to add them prior, characterize the sheet being ready to be delivered. And once I'm done, yes, the sheet is there. Hope that answers your question, Brian. If you want any more details to go in depth on the analysis I do, I'm quite open on it, and feel free to ask for it. Thank you so much for your question. And with this and that, this episode has reached to its end. Thank you so much for watching up my material. Thank you so much for participating with your questions. Brian did a start. Don't be shy. Ask your questions. Mostly about drumming. And stay tuned for Sundays drums only, and Tuesdays drum cover as well. And of course, see you next Friday with episode number 15. Till then, stay safe, stay healthy, be happy, and see you on the next episode. Bye everybody!